You've tried everything to help your very sweet but very challenging boy, and nothing seems to be working. What is going on? What if I told you that the key to helping your sweet boy isn't actually amassing a lot of information, but really leaning into connection? I want to talk specifically about what I mean. When we start following a million different parenting experts, when we read so many different books, when we listen to so many different podcasts, we freeze in overwhelm. So it's not actually helping us solve the original problem that we went seeking an answer for. Instead, it's hindering our progress. It's like if you decided you wanted to get into shape and you got yourself a gym membership and you did a bunch of research and you found the best running shoes and the best running gear and the gym with the best workout equipment. You realize that Pilates is really good for your core, but something else is good for flexibility and something else is best for cardio. In the end, you don't actually ever put those shoes on or get to that gym because you're so overwhelmed by choices, you don't even know where to begin, and you don't make progress towards your goal of getting in shape. We do the same thing with parenting, and that's what I want to help you stop. So like I said, I have seen over and over again that deepening your connection with your sweet boy is going to be what is key to transforming his hard behaviors. So what does that look like? One of the main things that has to happen that I don't hear people talk about enough is welcoming feelings. So you're not just stopping the yelling or stopping the timeouts or stopping the punishments or the reward charts or tossing out the stuff that isn't working, although that's all important as well. You also need to know how to show up. And so you've heard me in other videos talk about being present for the feelings using a tool called stay listening, where we stay and we listen to whatever feelings come up for our child. But I'm not sure I've really hammered in just how important that is for connection. Think about it. When you're feeling great, when you're on your A game, everybody loves you. But when you're sad, when you're down, when you're depressed, when you're upset, when you're disappointed, the people who show up for you then and who can accept you then and who can continue to love you then and who can listen to you then, those are really your people. We need to be that person for our child. He's struggling for whatever reason we may or may not ever know, but for sure we can help him by listening to his feelings rather than trying to quiet them. When I talk about deepening connection, I'm not just talking about your connection with your sweet boy. I'm also talking about your connection to other parents. Peaceful parenting, connection-based parenting is not something that we can do alone in a vacuum because it is not what is being modeled for us. It wasn't likely what was modeled for us in our own homes. It's also not what we're seeing in the media, online, in our neighborhoods, and likely in our families. So it's really important to be in a community with other people who are committed to helping kids who often have really challenging behaviors, but in a way that is based in connection, that is peaceful, that doesn't berate them or shame them in any way whatsoever. I've had parents come to me who were in tears, like so upset, feeling so hopeless. They did not know how they were going to help their boy. They had tried everything and they just didn't know what to do. And they scheduled coaching with me and we start the next week. And the first thing they say is, actually, things have been pretty good since we talked. That's not by chance. There is something really powerful that happens when we reach out for help and we know that there's somebody else out there who gets us. You cannot and should not do this work alone. You need not do this work alone. If you are watching this video, you have also likely sent your child to multiple types of therapy. I have parents who come to me who have sent their child to any or all of talk therapy, play therapy, occupational therapy. The list goes on and on and on. And to be clear, I'm an advocate for therapies, for sure, when they're needed and when they work. But what I'm not an advocate for is going to war with your child about going to therapies that he doesn't want to go to, because that is putting nicks in your relationship with him and roughening up the edges of your relationship with him. And that relationship is the most important relationship. So I want you to ask yourself, is it worth it? Are the challenges that are resulting from the wars around therapy worth the benefit of the therapy? I don't know. There's no one right answer. I've also noticed that parents stick with the same kind of therapy for sometimes years without getting results. Please don't do that. Try it. Try it for a few months. Whoever you see should be able to say, you should expect X or Y shifts in X or Y period of time. If this is ongoing and ongoing and ongoing and you're not seeing any progress, there's a problem. Stop doing the things that aren't working and just try something else. Something else that I hear from parents and I see over and over again is little boys starting to feel badly about themselves and like something's wrong because their afternoons are full of treatments for them. And it's kind of hard to not think something's wrong when all of our free time is being spent with treatments. Again, a caveat. I am all for treatments when they make sense and when they're getting you the results that you're looking for. But sometimes we need to sit back and go, hang on, am I overdoing it? Let me take stock here on what's working, what really doesn't seem to be working, and whether or not I want to be continuing on this path or I want to try something new. I can tell you with such confidence that the biggest thing that is going to shift your sweet boy's behavior, as challenging as he is likely you shifting yours. And I hope that you hear that in the best kind of a way, because I want it to feel freeing. We can't control him, but we can absolutely control ourselves. Hopelessness can move into hopefulness. All right, I might not be able to get him to do something, but I can get myself to do something. Let me start there. I see dramatic change in kids where nothing else has helped simply by parents shifting the way they show up. If you're in a place where you feel hopeless, you feel frustrated, you feel like you've tried everything, you've got the 10 books on your nightstand, you've read them or maybe you haven't, and you would like to try something new, you're ready to put aside what isn't working and try something new, I want to invite you to join my 10-day reconnect. You can find the link below. It's a great place to start, and after 10 days, you'll be able to say, this is making a difference or this is not making a difference, and you can either lean in more or move on. Now that you've got some ideas for how to use connection-based parenting to really see some changes and make an impact with your child's behavior, I want to dive into a challenge that many of my clients face if they have multiple kids, and that is hitting between siblings. If you've got that issue, click on the next video and I'll help you out.